Hello, everybody. Bienvenido a todo. Welcome to Valbrut with me, Valbrut, and this is a live stream, which I'm the format that I'm testing. I only posted the preview for the live stream like 15 minutes ago, so I don't expect anybody's watching it at all. And in fact, yep, no one's watching it. So that takes the pressure off. I am, as this is a test, I thought, well, what can I do to test that's like low stakes, something that I know quite well? I thought I would do Great Western Main Line with the 166, and I'll take it from, Reading to London Paddington in the morning rush hour. Well, just nearly 10, so just after it. But I wanted to do like a short service that's like only about half an hour. So I think it's a fast service that might only stop at Slough or something. So we'll get started. And I also wanted to do something with snow because it's been a while. I'm going to reduce the cloud level again. Also, because as you know, Great Western Main Line Remastered is coming with Trains in 1.5. So this is like a swan song basically to this version of Great Western Main Line because it will be gone eventually, replaced with the remaster. So the clouds and all of that will just be sort of lost like tears in the rain. Can't feel the pain. Oh, turn my controller off. Bum 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 ba dum bum bum. There we go. Right, TO then. So I love the 166, and they didn't mention anything on the live stream about whether it's going to be in the going to be in the oh, this is such an old route that it doesn't even tell you to open the doors or anything. I think I need heat. I think I need high. And I think I need some bits and bobs. Oh wait, no, normal, yeah. Okay, and I need train lighting on. And I think there's one thing up here that's like AWS. Yeah, okay, there we go. And yeah, if you're wondering something looks weird about the shadows and stuff, yeah, it's because I think I've got an enhancement pack for this that I think is maybe out of date and has gone a bit skewy because this shadow looks very strange. These shadows look very strange too. Let me turn the lights on properly. Day, and close the doors. We'll be on our way. So we're stopping at Slough. And that should be about it, I think. Okay. And then we'll be off on our way. We've got the snow turned on. This is like early January, because I know there was always a problem with this route with the snow just melting immediately. I don't know if that will happen. It's January, the temperature's low, but then the sun is out. Clouds, it's not very cloudy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to this one being sort of upgraded. Even with the enhancement packs and everything, it always felt like, one, the timetable is deserted, so I'm dying for a new timetable. Two, little weird things about it that just make it feel sort of old hat. Like at Paddington, it has a bunch of static people that are like 2D models, like 2D cutouts of people. And like even Reading just feels dead. They added some static sort of locos along the way, but it's never felt like a lively route, and that's a shame because it's one of my favourites in terms of a nice point-to-point 30-minute route with a class 40 for 3. No problems whatsoever. So yeah, I'm missing it. But yeah, if anyone is watching this is just a test. So if I'm not particularly lively or chatty, it's just because I'm not expecting anyone to watch it. I only posted the video posted the link to the live stream like 5 minutes before I was going to do it. So I'm not expecting anyone to see it. If it works and when I play it back, the quality looks alright and it sounds alright, then I might schedule some. Because I figured that the way I do it at the moment is that I record them in the evenings mostly, and they could just be live streams. So yeah, again, I've got an enhancement pack installed, which I don't know if it's like, I think it might have put in some extra overhead gantries around here. But anyway, it'll be gone in a few weeks once TSW5's here and we got the remaster. It won't have, they're not, I think they've said on the roadmap live stream, definitively. We never know anything's definitive until the game actually comes out and you see it for yourself. But that it's still set in 2017 before the electrification was finished. But it might have more catenary installed than the previous version, and there will be electric train services, the 387s, running between, well, unbranded Heathrow Express services, so that means we're going to have a 387 in like grey and purple livery, but no Heathrow Express because they don't allow their licenses, and the trains will sort of disappear at Heathrow Junction. They didn't mention anything about Heathrow Connect, but I guess they could put those in as well, using that logic. Although they used to use Class 350s, I think, 4-car, or maybe they're 8-car as well. EMUs that were stopping services, but that's all gone by Crossrail now. And 2017 is before Crossrail and all of that, and so yeah, I don't think we're going to be seeing a sort of overhaul in like how much electric there is beyond Heathrow Junction. But they were quite coy about how much will be electrified, because they said they were going to be 387s in sort of unbranded Great Western Railway livery. So that's interesting. Yeah, you can tell it's an older route. Look at like how the sleepers load in. And because I've got some like engine.ini mods, they're probably making it look all worse. Although I haven't got like any insane ones because it was really damaging or hitting the frame rate. So I prefer like at least a plus 30 frame rate to a all over the place frame rate and better loading. I can live with it like this. Well, those sleepers are terrible, but that's the game. Modern routes don't have it quite that bad. I don't think the snow is helping either. And these like white trees. This was, I think, the second route they ever did for Train Sim World. I think the first one was Sandpatch Grade, which was PC only to begin with, and then they did this and released it on console alongside, I want to say, Rapid Transit. And is there something else? Oh, maybe the old northeast corridor route that used to go. I can't even remember where it used to go. But that was a janky route. So if you're joining, we're doing Reading to London Paddington. The service originated in Oxford. We're on the fast lines, as you can see, but this train's only 90 miles an hour, I think, max. Yeah. It's going to struggle to get to that. And this is like my swan song to Great Western Main Line, because it'll be replaced with the remaster in a few weeks. I think it's September the 12th the early access starts. So that is... How many days are in August? If it's 31, then I think it's about 18 days. So just under 3 weeks now until we get TSW5. Which I am, even though I can be cynical about the yearly releases, nothing's going to make me cynical about the West Coast Main Line and Pendolino. I expect there to be bugs. I expect there to be issues. But so long as I can do an end-to-end, well, end-to-end, I can't go all the way to Glasgow, but I can go to London, Euston to Milton Keynes, which I think gives me some 125 mile per hour running, should give me some tilt action, and I'm looking forward to doing that as a passenger as well. And in fact, what they said in the I think it was the second roadmap. Oh no, the roadmap stream, but it's mentioned on the second roadmap article. Oh, is that a 66? Oh, look at that! Oh, isn't it gorgeous? I do love this train. I wish they put it in livery designer. Oh, look at it, 66, pulling a bunch of empty stuff. I think the first ever video I saw of Train Sim World was this route, but it was a HST, and I think it was Squirrel. He's like a huge sim streamer, and he was doing this exact route in this weather, but with the class 43, and he was like, oh, "It looks stunning," and I was like, "I need it, I need it." I'll bring down the throttle to keep us at 90. Don't know what would happen if we went above 90 in this. I guess we'd go all over the place. So yeah, they all. So what was I saying? Something about. Oh yeah, so they said that all the London stations are going to be connected as if with the portals that they're creating. So even though like, oh, is that another 66? Or is it deja vu? Did I imagine the first one? There we go. Oh no, this is a different one. So yeah, you should be able to. You could theoretically get on Milton Keynes, go to London Euston, use the portal to go to. Oh well, actually, you could get. Oh, actually, no, you wouldn't be able to. I don't think the train stops there. Oh well, if it stopped at Watford, you could get off there, get on Class 710, then use the portal at like Queen's Park to get on the Bakerloo. Take the Bakerloo somewhere. I don't know if the Bakerloo connects to any other portals, but if not, you could just go to Euston, get a portal to St Pancras, and then take a 395 all the way to Ashford. Pretty cool. They put some gifs on the roadmap articles of what the portals look like, and it is just sort of like one of those, I don't know what you call it, like a light tubes that exist on the platform at the moment for scenarios and for scenarios. But it'll be a portal to take you to the next to the other line or the other route DLC. So that's pretty cool. And maybe people will be able to actually use like mod them in particular ways. I don't know how, but maybe there'd be like a switch from Great Western Mainline Modern to Great Western Mainline Diesel Legends. And again, I think in the roadmap they kind of seem to allude to the fact there might be a new Diesel Legends timetable, but I'm not sure. They sort of said, oh, they mentioned the person who'd been working on it and was like, oh, he was able to do a lot with Diesel Legends as well, but not like hinting at what that meant. As in, do you mean a new timetable? Do you mean like scenery changes? I'm guessing not, because it's a remaster. It's not like a brand new route or anything, and there's only so much you can remaster with like old routes. But it'll have the new skybox, better timetable. Oh, and it'll have a 165, which is a 2-car version of this. But they were very specific in that it is a 2-car version of this rather than a 165. So it'll be called a 165. It'll look like a 165, but the interior layout and all of that is just a 2-car version of this. They've just removed the middle carriage. They haven't modelled a brand new train based on a 165. They're very similar, but I mean, die-hard people are going to be able to tell the difference between them. But yeah, I mean, if you think, if my maths is correct, and it is in fact 18 days away, then I'm looking forward to that. I think I might even play that before I even get into, if all the content is there on day one, which they said it would be for Steam, well, even for the early access, which it hasn't been in previous years, then if that is the case, then I might even go into this before I even go into West Coast Main Line. That's how much I love this route. I was actually considering like, oh, I'm doing a test, so I may as well just pick a route that like I'm never going to do. And I was going to do the Manchester Glossop line, but that is so boring. I tried playing it the other night and was like, that is the most boring route they've ever made, I think. The most boring British route. Maybe there's some German routes that are a bit samey, but that one really doesn't have anything going for it. I mean, maybe if they add in the Pendolino as AI traffic to make Manchester Piccadilly look nicer or more snazzy, maybe it'll be nice to play. But otherwise, it's just a boring route. Really lackluster timetable. Oh, I'm late already. I'm 3 miles away. I was only like a minute late setting off, and I'm literally doing the line speed just under, which is conscientious if anything. And look, it's telling me I'm over a minute, or about a minute late already, and I'm still going to be at least 2 minutes away. What's it expecting me to do? Run at 125 miles an hour? In any case, it looks great. I think. This train, beautiful. Please, please let it be a livery designer. I can't recall them saying that. I can't recall them rolling it out, but I don't think it's mentioned in the article. And I don't think they mentioned it in the live stream, so in the roadmap stream, although I didn't watch it all, because it was like 3 hours long, and I was like, I just want to see some nice pictures, hear if there's any special details on things that I care about, and then move on. But if this was in livery design, I'd be so happy. I would love to do a 90s Network Southeast Intercity Swallow era timetable for this in the scenario planner. I mean, Reading Station would still stick out like a sore thumb, being like so modern. But hey, if you can do it in Diesel Legends of the Great Western, which is based in the 1970s, then I think you can get away with doing it. I think you could probably get away with doing it for a 90s scenario. If not, maybe someone will mod one in. There did used to be a mod to change, to put a Network Southeast livery on this, but it was based on the old mod that you used to use to unlock the first Great Western livery. So it was like a really around the houses thing. And if you had it installed, it would always appear as Network Southeast. You couldn't choose it in, like, it was like a full-on. I've got the same thing for the Class 31. If you watch the video I made of the Class 31 on West Cornwall, that has like an Intercity executive livery, and it's just default on. If the mod is installed, it's on. You can't select it or do anything with it, which is fine for me because oh god, is there any sanding in this? I guess not. I guess not. Am I going to stop? No, I'm coming into the platform at 60. I've got the emergency brakes on and nothing's happening. Oh god, I'm going to saunter past it. The worst thing is that because I put the emergency brake on, I'm going to stop. So, doesn't matter, but I'm going to stop way past it. I'm going to pass this signal, am I going to pass this signal? Oh, well, yeah, objective failure, so I can't go back anyway. Oh well. Let's look at the beautiful world of Slough while we come to a stop and... Oh, okay, no, I don't have to completely lose momentum. Okay, well, we'll call that I was delayed anyway, so, basically we'll just say they dropped that stop. It used to happen to me when I used to commute into London Liverpool Street, or out of London Liverpool Street. It would like, this train will not be stopping at Cambridge Heath, London Fields, and London Fields was the stop I used to get off at, so I would oftentimes end up in Seven Sisters. So yeah, these passengers are just going to have to lump it. You don't want to go to Slough anyway. Go to London, Paddington. You can experience the wonders of what's around Paddington. I can't remember. I never spent much time in that neck of the woods. I mean, really, actually, thinking about it, I couldn't even tell you, like, what's around the streets of Paddington. Oh, it's near Edgware Road, I think. I only went to West London for work. I didn't do anything else there. I love the horn on this. Here we go. Oh, look at the old thing. Like, this is the things you forget when you don't play the old routes. Like the old wheel problem with this stuff that they fixed. But I don't think they'll have fixed, because I don't think they ever fixed it on the HST. Even the one in Midland Main Line has that issue, I think. Even though it's a new version of the train. I think so. Or maybe I might be playing with the livery. Maybe I was playing with the GWR one. But yeah, I would like it if that was fixed. in all routes, but there's only so much effort you can tell they're ever going to be willing to put in for like routes that are old. And like I said, this is old. Another 66. I think I've got the cargo line volumes 1 and 2. That's why I'm seeing so much freight that I've never noticed before on this line. Yeah, those are definitely from cargo line 2. Those ones, I think. Those carriages. I do like DLC that adds just movement and things. So actually, when in the video I did for Midland Mainline the other day, I did see quite a bit of freight and was like, just add a bit of life, especially because it's slow moving. So it's there for a while. It's not like passing another HST when you're both doing 120, where it's like, what? Second. Also, I might have it if I've got the enhancement pack for this. Maybe it's adding in stuff like that. I don't know. I lose track of the mods I have installed. I only go back to look when the game starts like acting up, and I'm like, oh, what do I have to uninstall? Because I couldn't get all my HST liveries the other day because there was because I'd installed a mod for 5 Circle that gives you the livery of ScotRail for the HST, but for some reason it blocks out all of the other liveries. So I had to uninstall that so that I could play with what was I playing with the HST in? Oh, it's because I wanted to do a Blue Pullman HST video. But then I thought, oh wait, because I didn't have because none of the Blue Pullman liveries in Creative Club are very good, and my own was sort of meh. And I didn't know what route to do it on. Well, I might do it on the West Coast Main Line actually, now that I think about it. Because the West Coast Main Line is, well, you can get up to high speeds. I'm interested to see what they've made Milton Keynes Station look like. I mean, it's from the rail side, it's not very interesting, if I recall, because I used to pass through there a lot. But the actual main building, I think, is like it's like green reflective glass, very, very 70s, like Milton Keynes. How am I so far? This route is only supposed to take 30 minutes. 29 minutes this service was earmarked at in the timetable. How? I'm still 13 miles away. I'm already at... would have been going like 25 minutes. I think I've been accelerating too slowly, maybe. Or maybe, yeah, maybe there's not... I don't know. This is an old route. Honestly, maybe the timetable's just used to lie. Or maybe I'm just not very good. That's like a very common theme in my driving in this game. Is that too far that way? Yeah. So I keep seeing myself and I'm like, my head is all the way over here. There's Heathrow Junction. So in the remaster, there should be trains using this. 387s for Heathrow Express. But not Heathrow Express. Looks like Heathrow Express, but isn't branded Heathrow Express. Oh my god, I'm actually overspeeding now. So weird. I was like struggling to even get to 90, and then I blink and I'm suddenly doing 94. Have we even passed a single HST yet? That's weird. That's weird. This timetable is so weird. I'm so glad we're getting a remaster. It's like dead. I do love that. I do love it though. In the sun, in the sun and the snow. Bloody wheels. And also the green paint effect on it, it just doesn't reflect light very well, so it literally looks black from this side. But overall, it's still pretty enough, and yeah, it's one of my, it is, I'll always have a place in my heart for this. But please remaster. Make it like, get rid of all the annoying stuff about it. Give me livery design for 166. I mean, I say that, but I'm just going to go to the Creators Club and download someone else's. Because I did once used to go to the effort of like making videos for like liveries and stuff, but then once it was like, oh, you can just go somewhere and download someone else, it's like, oh, well, there are people who are way better at it than me. Why pretend I'm good? And the same, like, who wants to learn how to do livery when you can just find someone who's done a really good job? Although I will say, like, the functionality for searching in that bloody Create stuff is terrible. I think they've mentioned they updated the UI to maybe make it better in TSW5, so we'll see. But sometimes it just feels like it would just be easier to make it yourself than to search through their ridiculous filters. They need to have some way of, like, filtering by, I don't know, maybe you could give upvotes or something, so that, like, a livery that's good ends up being the most popular, as opposed to it being the first, so it's the most popular, even though actually they haven't done the right text on the side. There's so many, like, intercities and stuff that just have the standard Creators Club text on the side. Whereas there are people who really go to the effort of, like, stylizing a font, and that is effort. Right, 7 miles. Weren't we 7 miles like 10 minutes ago? I don't know. Like, it feels like I fall into a time vortex. I don't know if this is streaming. If you're joining, this is like a test stream. So that's why there's no comments or anything, because I popped it up just as a test, as opposed to doing videos, pre-recorded videos. Because I had like half an hour free, so I thought, why not? Well, an hour free, because this is turning out to be a longer stream than I thought it would be. Also, I just want to play it back, see the quality, see if I mean, for all I know, there's no audio and no one can hear anything I'm doing or saying. I'm just assuming that what I've got set up in OBS is working fine, but I'll see later once I finish this and go back and check the recording if I need to reevaluate my strategy or my tech whiz. So we're approaching Ealing Broadway, I think. Yeah. So at the moment there's just like a static class 72 stuck. Year 70. Were they flying people? The 72 stock from the London Underground, but we are going to get the is it 784 from Isle of Wight as District Line stock as well, and they might even move. The screenshot they had made it almost look as if the District Line the District Line stock was moving, so that would be exciting. Also, I think by 2017 they had all replaced them with S stock anyway, but I don't know. Anything that adds movement and things happening is always good in my book, even if it's not 100% accurate. As everybody knows, London Brighton is so brilliant. It doesn't have much variety in terms of like the trains, but it has so much going on. There's always a train passing, there's always something happening, and it's so cool for that reason. So I've got 2 minutes to get 4 miles, not going to happen. Not unless I can get another 40 miles an hour out of this thing. So yeah, what I want is like London Brighton type timetables. Granted, I don't think, I mean, it's been 3 years since that was released. 3? TSW4 was last year, TSW3 was the year before, Rush Hour was the year before. Yes, it's about 3 years since that was released. And it was the last of the Rush Hour packs as well, I remember. So yeah, it's been 3 years and they've never released a timetable that epic. I guess it brought someone to the edge of their sanity and they don't want to do it again unless it's really worth it. And also I think they got lucky with that one because they could make a timetable with 1,000 services using like 3 trains, like which were almost identical. 387, 377, 375, basically the same model. I think the 465 was in there as well, as just AI, and that's only in there for like a tiny bit. And then the rest of it was like maybe some rail tools or that weird class 43 that went in and out of Waterloo. I am once again overspeeding. Oh, I'm coming. I've got to come down to 50. I'm not very good with the braking. When I say I'm used to doing this as like a non-stop point-to-point line, I mean it. I almost always just do the HST. Oh, there's one. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh, and there's one. Finally, we've been passed by one. Gorgeous. See, this is why I always have a soft spot in my heart for this. Nothing like being passed by a raker, by a 43, two 43s and a rake of Mark 3s. That's another reason I still can't wait for the Chap Summit, Preston Carlisle, because we get Mark 3As, which we can use independently of a class 43. So we'll have an 87 and those, which will be perfect for the West Coast main line. But actually, probably you could take it on here because it's electrified, at least as far as Heathrow Junction. And those Mark 3As are going to go wonderfully with some of the diesels. I hope. Okay, we're passing over to the other lines now. I guess that means we're going to the northern side of the station. Oh, right at the north. Yeah, right next to the Circle Line. The most frustrating platform in the world. If you ever are on a train arriving into Paddington at this platform and you want to get the Circle Line, you can see it, you can touch it, but you have to go all the way out and up a bridge and around. And in fact, they closed a small bridge that used to make it really easy and forced you to go into the station and take the big bridge. Come to think of it, I wonder if they're going to add the 484 to this bit as well. Oh my god, I don't want to think about it. I'm already too excited for West Coast Mainline, where they've already said Bakerloo's going to run alongside it as playable service. I don't know if the Bakerloo's playable, but it'll be there. And the Overground is going to be playable from London Euston to Watford Junction. That was so unexpected. I'm so excited about that. So London Overground, Southeastern, and London Northwestern, and the Avanti Pendolinos. Like, the only thing it's really missing is the Caledonian, which you actually, with that Class 87 that comes with Chap Summit and Mark 3As, you'll be able to basically recreate the Caledonian Sleeper, and then it's just the Voyagers we're missing. Oh, and the new Avantis, the new not Avantis, the new Intercity Expresses they've got, like at the 802s or 803s or something. And actually, you can kind of make them with the ones in the game, I suppose. I've definitely got something from the livery from Creators Club. Oh no. Not even any buffers here. Right, that brings this service to an end, like 3.5 minutes late. Even though I didn't even stop at Slough. I don't know how I was so bad. I was so slow. I think I just didn't figure it out. I wasn't doing well with the accelerator. Or maybe the snow was ruining my day. I don't know. I'm not a train driver. I'll never be one. This is the bridge that used to make it very easy to get from these platforms to the station. And they rebuilt the station and blocked this off. And they have to go all the way in and come out this instead. Sad times. Made my commute from Ealing to East London much harder. Well, I'll stop this, like, as a test, I think. Well, I mean, I managed to talk the same bullshit I usually talk. and I'll have to review the quality and if I want to do this as a thing. I do like the safety you get when you do a pre-record to be like, oops, I said something I really shouldn't have, or misrepresented something, but usually I'm saying something that's wrong. I think anyone that's watching these will accept that. So I'll end it there. Oh look, I got a platinum. How do you get a platinum when you don't stop at the one intermediate stop that was there? You miss it, failed, and I was speeding. Yeah, well, beautiful scoring. Well, anyway, I see that apparently I did actually get views for this, so thank you for watching. I'll bring it to an end there, and if it all looks good when I rewatch it, quality wise, and I might do streaming as a thing in future. Weekends, evenings, you never know. Um, and yeah, thank you for watching. This is Wild Brute out. Hasta luego.